Welcome on in, trainers. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about what's happening in Pokemon Go this week, starting with Deep Depths, which is continuing until March 24th. This was, of course, the debut of Nickit and Thievul in Pokemon Go. You can use 50 Nickit candies to evolve Nickit into Thievul. There was no shiny release, as is standard, and it is in the rare wild encounters, as well as those 7-kilometer eggs, which is the ones that you get from opening gifts from friends. If you want more information about this event, check out last week's video where I go over all the event details, plus Thievul's use in Pokemon Go. Right now, let's talk about Totodile Community Day. If you're watching this on release, Totodile Community Day Classic is Saturday, March 22nd. That is the best chance for the shiny and to Shundo hunt. So if you're going after that Shundo, here are the Hundo CPs to watch out for. And don't forget to evolve for Ralligator to get Hydro Cannon. Again, for more information, check out last week's video where I go over absolutely everything. Then next up, we have Bug Out, which is happening March 26th to the 30th. This is Sizzlepede and its evolution Centiskorch debut in Pokemon Go. Now, Centiskorch does have a Gigantamax that should be coming to the game sometime soon. So honestly, this is probably more of a chance to farm candies for that. And of course, just like for Nickit, there is no shiny with this one's debut. But if you are hunting something that's rare and going after the Hundo, here are the Hundo CPs. So let's take a look at its stats here. In terms of its CP, it caps out at 3,381 for the Hundo, with an attack of 220, a defense of 158, and a stamina of 225. It's not gonna make huge waves as a raid attacker, either in bug or fire typings. Now, based on simulations on PvPoke, it doesn't look like it's gonna rank very well in the current GBL meta. So definitely this one is all about getting those candies for the Gmax form when it eventually drops. In terms of the event bonuses, we are gonna see 2 times XP for successfully catching Pokemon with nice throws or better, increased candy for nice throws or better, and an increased chance for Candy XL for nice throw or better for trainers level 31 and up. Lure modules will attract Sizzlepede during the event. There will be an increased chance to encounter shiny Wurmple and shiny Venipede, and if enough Pokemon are caught from a single lure module, then additional Pokemon will appear near that lured stop. In terms of the wild, we are going to see these Pokemon here. Now, this is a good chance for those Wurmple and Venipede shinies. Then we have Weedle, which evolves into Beedrill, which does have a Mega in the game. Nincada and Joltik are decent in Little League. Joltik is best as a Shadow, which you can get right now from the female Electric Grunt, but the wild spawns are good for candy farming. Grubbin evolves into Charge-a-Bug for Stage 1, which is fun in the Great League. You generally want its legacy fast move Volt Switch, so either wait to evolve when it's available or use an Elite Fast TM, waiting probably the best bet there. Dupiter does all right in Little League as well, and then when you evolve it to Ariados, it does take some top wins against big contenders in the Great League. The biggest probably being for Ralligator, which it can crush, and does well against Malamar as well, but also Gastrodon, Superior, and Credilli. Nimble is a fairly new shiny and evolves into Low Kicks, which is spicy in Great League and Ultra League. Then we're also going to have 1- and 3-star raids for this event as well, focusing on that bug theme again. So we're in the 1-star raids. We can see Scyther in there, which does evolve into Scizor, which is also in the 3-star raids. Now, Scizor does have a Mega, as does Beedrill in the 3-star raids that we talked about. And then we also see Cleaver in the 3-star raids there, which is generally raid exclusive. It is the Hisuian variant of Scizor. It can be Spice in the Master League, but during this event, it will also be in a free research. More on that in a second. Field research tasks for the event will give Mega Energy, probably for Beedrill and Scizor. Maybe if we're lucky, some Heracross in there as well. And then Scatterbug candy as well. And of course, encounters with those event bug types. There's also going to be a free timed research, which will give 1 lure module, encounters with event-themed Pokemon, including Shed Ninja, Sizzlepede, Cleaver, and more. And then a $2 USD timed research that will again give 1 lure module, as well as 2 premium battle passes, and then those encounters with those event-themed Pokemon, including Heracross, Sizzlepede, Cleaver, and more. Cleaver being in there if you can't do the raids, and if you missed Heracross for the Mega Raids and don't want to wait, you could grab that there and hopefully get the Mega Energy from those field research tasks. And Heracross does also have a Mega that is the top bug type raid attacker and second fighting type raid attacker, although Mega Lucario outdoes it there. Now, it's normally a region lock Pokemon, but since its Mega was released, we do see it come to Mega Raids, so you can always wait for those to come back around as well if you don't want to get the $2 USD ticket. And then there are going to be showcases as well as catch and evolve collection challenges for the event, and this new jacket and boots for avatar items. And then we have Mega Absol Raid Day on Sunday, March 23rd, 2 to 5 p.m. Mega Absol will be spawning at gyms everywhere. It's also getting access to Brutal Swing starting with this event. That won't help it in PvP or to outclass the top Dark Mega for raid attacking, which is Tyranitar. So not really a huge change, but maybe in the future, in PvP if there is changes in the meta. We will get the usual bonuses here. Remote raid pass limit increased to 20 from Saturday, March 22nd at 5 p.m. to Sunday, March 23rd at 8 p.m. Pacific time. You can receive up to 5 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms. for a total of 6, or if you save one from the day before for a total of 7, and then an increased chance of encountering shiny Absol from Mega Raids, which for raid days is 1 in 10 odds. There's also going to be a free timed research that gives 10,000 Stardust, 1,000 additional Stardust for completing a raid battle for a total of 2,000, or 3,000 Stardust with the event ticket. And then here is that event ticket for $5 USD, gives another 8 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs. So that's a total of 14 or 15 if you save one from the day before, an increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles, 50% more XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. Now I know a lot of older players are probably set on this, probably a good time to take a day off, but if you are going after Mega Absol, let's take a look at some of the counters here. As one of the very few pure dark types, it takes 160% damage from Bug, Fairy, and Fighting. So here are the top counters you can use, including Megas, Primals, and Shadows. And then excluding Megas, Primals, and Shadows, here are the top 20 counters you can use to fill out the rest of that team. And of course, because it's a raid day, you have a higher chance of getting a shiny, and because it's from raids, you have a higher chance of getting a hundo. So this is a good time to hunt this shundo, and if you are doing that, here are the hundo CPs you want to watch out for. It is 1,443 CP or 1,805 CP if you have that foggy weather boost. Next up is Fuzzy Buddy Research Day, which is March 29th, 2 to 5 p.m. Now, research days like raid days are one of the best shiny boosted events, so you get 1 in 10 shiny odds here. And this day will feature Teddy Ursa, Cubchoo, Pancham, and Stuffle. You can see the hundo research CPs below each Pokemon there if you're hunting that shundo. In terms of their usefulness, Teddy Ursa evolves into Ursa Ring and then Ursa Luna, but only during a full moon. Ursa Luna is pretty mid as a raid attacker, and it needs its legacy move to achieve that, but it ranks well in Master League with the legacy move at number 40, and the Stage 1 evolution, Ursa Ring, is spiced in the Great League and Ultra League as a shadow, so you can farm some candies for that as well. Pancham is generally hatch only. It is sometimes in research in very rare occasions like this, and in the research, it does mean you can get one that is eligible for Great League, which you can't do from hatching it from eggs. And that's pretty good news, because in the Great League, it ranks 23, in the Ultra League, it ranks 42, and then in the Master League, it ranks 107 as its evolution, Pangoro. Now, to get the best IVs for Great League and Ultra League, you want to trade with a low-level friend so you can try and get that low attack, high defense, high stamina. But honestly, even if you can't do that, getting a Pangoro that fits into Great League is really hard, and this event will make it quite easy. There will be a $2 USD timed research for this event that will get you more encounters for up to 2 of the featured Pokemon by completing field research encounters. These will be shiny boosted as well. And in terms of the wild spawns for this event, we're going to see some more fuzzy critters in there, including Sentret, Slackoth, Bidoof, Minccino, and Bunnelby. Now, Sentret evolves to Ferret, which ranks well in the Great League at 33, and then Slackoth evolves into Slacking, which is a good gym defender if you want to power it up, and then Bunnelby evolves into Diggersby, which ranks number 14 in the Great League. And then speaking of the GBL, for our GBL Cups, from March 18th to the 25th, we do have that Master League and Scroll Cup, and then March 25th to April 1st, we will have all 3 open leagues. Now, I'm very curious about those who play GBL. This is the first time we've had Skull Cup, so I'm kind of wondering how you found it. Was it a fun meta? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And then talking about our max battles for this week, continuing until March 24th, we have Machop, Chansey, Scorbunny, and Phalanx. Everything but Scorbunny can be shiny. Chansey's whole jam is good defense and insane amounts of XP, so this could be a good tank to have for those max battle teams. Machop evolves into Machamp, which has a Gigantamax that was teased in this season trailer, so we should be getting that soon. So battling the Dynamax version can get you candy and dust to power it up, but if you snag a good one, hang on to it in case we get the ability to change Dynamax to Gigantamax in the future, which is a thing in the Sword and Shield games using something called Max Soup from Max Mushrooms. So I think we might see that coming at some point. And then Scorbunny is a decent fire type, and Phalanx isn't as good as Machamp and is harder to defeat, but it can be shiny. Then on March 24th until March 31st, we will have Charmander, Caterpie, Chansey, and Pidove. Charmander evolves into Charizard, which has a Gmax currently in the game, but same thing, if you're going after this, get a good one. Maybe Max Soup will come along, you can change it into the Gmax form. Caterpie evolves into Butterfree, which also has a Gmax form that is not in the game yet, but we will probably see that come at some point. And then Pidove evolves into Unpheasant, which is a normal flying type. It's not great, but if you need a budget flying type, it can fill in until you get better ones. And same goes for its use in raids. Good if you've got nothing better for now. And that does mean for our Max Monday this week, which happens every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m., where one boss takes over all the power spots, we are going to see Caterpie. And then in terms of our Spotlight Hour on Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m., we are going to see Cutiefly with that 2 times catch XP. And then for our raid bosses, on March 22nd at 10 a.m., the Mega Raid switched to Mega Pinsir, which boosts bug and flying type candies when Mega evolved, and is the number 2 bug type raid attacker, but it is outranked by Mega Heracross. And then because it has 0 flying moves at all, it doesn't rank as a flying type attacker. But let's take a look at the counters. As a bug flying type, it takes 256% damage from rock types, and 160% damage from electric, fire, flying, and ice types. So for the top counters, these are the top ones here. There's only one non-mega, non-shadow here. So here are the top 20 counters, excluding megas, primals, and shadows that you can use to fill out the rest of that team. And then if you're hunting that Hundo Pincer, you want to watch out for 1,443 CP, or if it's weather boosted, 1,805 CP in rainy weather. And then for our tier 5 raids on March 22nd at 10 a.m., it is going to switch out to Heatran. Heatran ranks number 10 as a fire type raid attacker, but number 3 in its shadow form. The shadow is also number 31 in Master League right now, while the non-shadow is number 44, so both are usable, and then both are also Spice in the Ultra League. No matter what you're using it for, you do want its signature move, Magma Storm, which it won't have from these raids, so you will have to use an Elite Charge TM to get that on it. Taking a look at those counters for Heatran, as a fire steel type, it does take 256% damage from ground and 160% damage from fighting and water. And then in terms of counters, here are your top 10, and then excluding megas and shadows, here are your top 20 counters. And then if you're going after the Hundo for Heatran, you'll want to watch out for 2,145 CP, or in sunny or snowy weather, the boosted Hundo is 2,681. And that does mean for our raid hour, which happens every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m., we are going to see Heatran this week. And then for our Shadow Legendary raids on the weekend, we're going to see Shadow Regice still. All right, everybody, that's all the information I have for you in this video, but let's jump into our community section here for our catch of the week. Chevy caught this 96% shiny Magikarp. What an amazing catch. Congratulations, my guy. And then shout out to Mr. Teeny, who's looking forward to Sizzlepede and Centiskorch coming to Pokemon Go. And right now we have to say a huge thank you to our mythical members, King's Lounge, Body on a Planet, and Kate. Thank you to them for supporting the channel at the mythical level, as well as all of our members and all of you who come and watch the videos, watch the live streams, whether you lurk or chat, hit that like and subscribe button, all of that stuff. Super helpful, does a lot to support the channel. I'm very grateful for all of you. Hope you get yourself some nice shinies during these events. There's a lot to be had here, a lot of boosted shinies. Best of luck, and we'll see you in the next one, friends.
I've got something incredibly funky.